Hey everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My channel focuses on sharing fitness workouts, wellness tips, and mindful living strategies for anyone looking to level up their health and well-being. I know with everything that's gone on in the past almost 2 years with the pandemic, we've really come to realize just how important it is to care for our health and well-being. That's why in today's video, I want to share with you 5 different ways that you can incorporate wellness into your everyday life. If you like this kind of video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you don't want to miss any more videos. Without further ado, we're just going to jump right into the video. Alright, so the very first wellness tip that I have is prioritizing your sleep. Did you know that if you're getting 7 hours of sleep each night, that equates to 106 days that you're asleep in a given year? The reason why we sleep, I don't actually know, but the fact that we spend so much time sleeping kind of shows that it's something that's important. Why would we do it if we didn't have to, you know? What we do know about sleep though is that it helps us both physically and mentally. So physically, it gives us energy throughout the day. It allows us to feel well rested so that we can do the things that we need to do. Mentally, sleep plays a really important role in our concentration and our ability to keep up with tasks throughout the day. Although the mechanisms aren't known, sleep has been shown to help with consolidating memories. So it's definitely important with learning, especially if you're a student and you're studying. Sleep is so important. There are some recommendations for sleep from the Canadian Movement Guidelines. What they recommend is that adults get between 7 and 9 hours of sleep each night. So here are a few ways that you can optimize your sleep. Tip number 1, you want to set sleep and wake times around the same time each day. So if you're in a routine of going to bed and waking up around the same time each day, this helps regulate your sleep hormones and it makes it a lot easier to fall asleep and to wake up in the morning. Tip number 2 is to watch your caffeine intake, particularly in the afternoons. If you're somebody who likes to drink a lot of caffeine, especially as we get into the evenings, that can interfere with your sleep. So you have to find what timing works for you. For me personally, I try not to consume caffeine after 12 p.m., but you know, each person's different. So experiment with what works for you. Really try to avoid caffeine in the evening because that can stimulate you and wake you up and make it hard for you to fall asleep. My final tip, tip number 3, is to really try to use light to your advantage. So the reason why I'm talking about light is that our sleep-wake cycle is actually really influenced by light. So the light that we see in the morning really helps wake us up, and darkness in the evening helps us to fall asleep. So I know, you know, watching TV or going on our phones before bed, that's often something that I am guilty of doing. But if you are having a hard time falling asleep, trying to limit those electronics and swapping it for something like reading, listening to a podcast, maybe listening to some gentle music or trying a meditation, that really helps to calm ourselves down, get rid of that light exposure, and help us to fall asleep. So there you have it, 3 tips for sleep. And now we're gonna move on to the next tip. So my next tip, I'm sure you've heard a lot about this one, especially lately it's gotten a lot more popular, and this is practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness is really about bringing yourself into the present moment. Whoa, as I get hit by a tree branch. Living in the present moment is a way of, you know, not worrying about the future and also not dwelling on the past of what's happened. It's about bringing yourself right here, right now, and just enjoying the present moment. So mindfulness really helps us get better at savoring the pleasures in life, really enjoying what we're doing right here and right now, and also reducing stress. So there's actually a lot of different ways to practice mindfulness, and I'm going to walk you through a few. The first one is, you know, just doing meditation. What I like to do is something called deep belly breathing, and I actually did film a video about this. It will be coming in a few weeks, and when it's here, I will link it in the cards and link it in the description below. In the meantime, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss it. But deep breathing is a really great way to kind of use your breath to calm yourself down, to really try to focus on being present. Other ways that you can practice meditation could include like a guided meditation, so you can sign up for like, you know, a podcast or look on YouTube. There's so many guided meditations out there. I actually did make one a long time ago that you can check out. I'll link it down below. And things like visualization. So I would recommend you Google that one, but visualizing is a really great way to help reduce stress. There's also movement-based ways to practice mindfulness, and so just like I said how I love to walk, that's kind of a good movement-based way. It's using your body to move through your environment and just experience it. You can also do movement-based mindfulness through yoga, or even things like a body scan, progressive muscle relaxation. They're great ways to practice being mindful. One other way to practice mindfulness is doing any activity that helps you find flow. I don't know if you've ever been so immersed in an activity that time just like, you don't even notice that time passes by. You look at the clock and it's been like 3 hours. You can't believe, where did that time go? Those are activities where we're in a state of flow, where we are so in the present moment that we're just losing track of time. So yeah, there's many different ways to get into that state of flow. It could be doing something creative like writing music or just playing music. It could be creating art. It could just be, you know, reading a book. Any of those activities that help us feel like we're immersed in that moment are great ways to find flow. And that really does help promote our health and well-being and kind of create that sense of mindfulness within us. So the next way I'm actually demonstrating right now, since I'm out on a walk, but it's movement, making sure that you're getting regular movement and moving your body each and every day. I know I studied kinesiology in school, so I'm quite well versed on the importance of being physically active, and I'm sure that you guys have heard a lot about it too. You know, being active really helps strengthen our bones and muscles. It helps prevent different diseases later in life. It helps keep us healthy, and it helps us feel good. It's actually really good for our mental health. So if you're somebody who kind of struggles to incorporate physical activity into your daily life, I have a few tips for you to try. So one is to take regular breaks throughout the day. Yes, I said it. I know when I get to working sometimes I get really stuck and I try to get it all done all at once, but taking a pause and taking that time to take a break is super, super important. Better yet, add some movement into those breaks. If you can break up your day by taking a walk, doing some desk stretches. I know I have a video on that I'll link below. Those are really great ways to care for your physical health and to get your mind kind of refocused so that you can get back to work and feel good. The next tip is to find your own definition of what being physically active looks like for you. You have to find the activities that you enjoy, that you like doing. And if you like doing them, you're more likely to do them often, which is what you want. I actually did write a blog post, and that'll be coming this month, a little bit later, about 100 ways that you can be physically active. So once that's available, again, I'll link it down below, but stay tuned, follow my Instagram if you want updates on when that's gonna come out. Okay, so a bonus tip is also to use the outdoors to your advantage and to take up different seasonal activities. So, you know, in the summer, if it's hiking or going bike riding, that's what I love to do. In the winter, you could try something like snowshoeing, or even just a winter walk is nice, going skating in your local community. Find different seasonal activities so you have something to look forward to each and every point in the year. My next tip, Nike said this, and they couldn't have said it better. Just do it. So I know sometimes getting yourself actually out to being active is the hardest part. And once you're there, you just kind of go with it and you feel great and you go with the flow, you get moving, and then things start to kind of come together. You start to feel really good. If the hardest part for you is just getting there, sometimes just pushing yourself to do it once, setting a goal for yourself. I'm just gonna do it one time this week. I'm gonna see how I feel. That's all you need to get that momentum going. And once you go once, it makes it easier to go again and again. So if you're ever feeling kind of not motivated to go, just try to push yourself to go. And I promise you, you will not regret it. And finally, my last tip is to find a buddy. So exercising with a friend is a really great way to have accountability, because you've got somebody counting on you to be there and to work out with. You can also use them for a spotter, you know, if you're at the gym and you need somebody there to help you, or yeah, just having a friend there just to talk about, to help distract you from the hard moves. That always helps you feel great, and it's always good to have a friend. So that's my final tip for moving more, is to find a buddy. All right, let's move on to the next tips. My next wellness tip is to eat a balanced diet. So I've got a few different tips on what eating a balanced diet looks like. So tip number one is to eat whole grains. So this could include foods like whole grain oats, quinoa, and brown rice. These are really great and healthy options when it comes to healthy carbohydrates. Tip number two is to eat lots of fruits and vegetables. So the Canada Food Guide now recommends that half your plate is vegetables during each given meal. So eat lots of vegetables. Think of color. How much color can you fit on your plate? Also, some tips on eating more vegetables is to really look for what's in season, and buying like frozen vegetables. That's a really great alternative if you can't find fresh fruits and vegetables. The next tip is to drink lots of water. So I actually should be drinking more water. Bring a water bottle with you wherever you go and make sure you're drinking regularly throughout the day. The next tip is to go for really lean sources of protein. So this could look like chicken breast, turkey, and fish. Those are all really great options. You can also do plant-based sources of protein, such as tofu, beans, lentils, and tempeh actually is a really great option as well. So really try to choose the lean sources of protein. So my next tip is to make sure you're eating healthy fats throughout the day. Healthy fats really help us feel full, and that's because they provide us with sustained energy throughout the day. Some healthy fat sources that I can think of could be things like fish, eggs, nuts and seeds, and avocados. So eat more healthy fats throughout your day. Just like when it comes to fitness, nutrition, it's not about finding the best and most perfect way to eat. It's about eating with balance, being able to enjoy celebrations with other people. So yes, this still includes a treat from time to time and making sure that you're enjoying and being able to celebrate with food and other people. So a balanced diet should really still allow you to live your life to the fullest and enjoy a variety of different kinds of food. For more information about healthy eating, I'm going to link the Canada Food Guide down below, and you can check out their website. They've got lots of great recipes and lots of great information about what a balanced diet looks like. My final wellness tip is to make sure you're connecting with other people. Us as humans, we're just innately like social creatures. We love to connect with other people. And I know given like COVID and everything, it's been really hard to connect with other people this year. And finding people that you can trust and that you can talk to and just have fun with. These are all great things that contribute to our health and well-being. So here's a few tips on how to connect with other people and have that social connection to help with our wellness. So tip number one is just to check in with your friends and remember to connect with them from time to time. Sometimes I get lost in my life and I forget to reach out and just check in and see how my friends are doing. So a really great tip to keep up with friends is just to send them a text message or give them a call from time to time just to check in and see how they're doing. Tip number two, if you're looking to meet people, try a different activity or a workshop that you haven't done before or something that you've always wanted to try. Another way would be to sign up and volunteer somewhere. That's another really great way to meet people and to get connected in your community. So my final tip is to try to talk to somebody new. This one's a little bit bolder. It's kind of pushing you out of your comfort zone, at least for me, that's how this one feels. But if you ever are in an opportunity or find yourself in the opportunity where you're sitting beside somebody new, make sure you introduce yourself and talk to them and ask them a bit about themselves. Get to know them. Why not introduce yourself? It's going to help you meet somebody new, and you never know where friendships might be sparked or where you might meet new people. So don't be afraid to say hi and to introduce yourself to new people. All right, there you have it. There are 5 tips that I just went through to help you promote your health and well-being. I want to know, what's your plan moving forward? Based on all these different tips that I gave you, what's one step that you're going to take to start caring for your health and wellness? We don't need to start big and doing everything. All we need to start is just one step. So what's that step going to be for you? Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that it was helpful for you. If you liked it, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss my videos that will be coming out shortly. I hope that you guys have a beautiful, beautiful day, and I can't wait to see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.